We're here today, and we have Janet Ripp from the Coastal Wildlife Rescue and Research Center. Our theme. Go ahead.
I was Christine.
And Christine as well. What's your last name?
Stitt.
Stitt. Okay. And they're going to speak about bird entanglement. And also, I see that Sunflower has a beer dinner on October 24th. And we'll open up for announcements after that, but I just wanted to say that because we're very thankful that they come and bring free spinach artichoke dip and other things for sale. And I think that that's it. Oh, and also, back here, we have End of the Road Farms, correct? And they have deliciousness for sale, which you can see them over there. And we will have in November a music festival, a music and film festival. And so we want everybody to come out and bring friends because the band is supposed to be awesome and the films are supposed to be even better. And in December we'll have our holiday market, but we'll open up for announcements after this.
Hi guys. Okay, this is the first for us coming out to a lounge, to our drinking place to talk. And 10 minutes is not a lot, so I'm going to be real fast, okay? We're with the Coastal Wildlife Rescue and Research Center. People hear research and they think that we're doing some horrible things there, but we're not. We're actually just collecting data, tells us where things are coming from, how they're getting hurt, and at what numbers, and maybe we can do something about it, right? One of the things that's come into light this last year in a big way has been entanglements. I don't know if y'all are familiar. Do any of y'all fish? Anyone around here fish? Yeah? Okay. Well, you've probably seen birds get tangled inside of lines before. Okay. Well, part of the problem we're having is that people will get these birds tangled up and they'll go ahead and either cut the hook out or they'll leave the hook in and let them go. And initially, I try to explain to people that birds that get entangled in lines like that, not by accident, not by flying into it accidentally, but by going after your bait, they're starving. They're usually young birds and they're starving to death. They've been eating out of people's hands off of boats and stuff, and so they don't know the difference between the person that's going to feed them and the person that's going to do something like beat them to death on a state pier. And that's happened. Or cut their fishing line and accidentally miss the fishing line and cut the bird's head off. And that's happened too. So what I'm trying to do is implement across the Gulf Coast a campaign a campaign to bring awareness to entanglements, what to do when birds get entangled. And one of the things that we're doing is we're taking some of our cues right here from California, from the International Bird Rescue, IBRC. They were one of the groups down here that came out for the oil spill along with Tri-State. And one of the things they have on here that I don't agree with is if you have a bird that's been tangled in a line or has a hook in it, how to get the hook out and release it. I don't agree with that. Simply because our birds come in with one hook in them or with a hook that's just been cut out of them, and after a radiograph we see 4 or 5 or 6 hooks inside of them where they've been hooked again and again and again. So we like to get them inside, weigh them, make sure they weigh right. If they need deworming or rehydrating or nutrition, we do that. And we get a radiograph. And if they have hooks inside of them, we try to get the ones out that we can. And there's been some that we can't get out. And it costs a lot of birds their lives too. But this flyer here, I'm giving out to everybody. Before they leave tonight, I'll leave some here so you can hand them out. The other part of the campaign, it's a two-sided campaign. It's one, just knowledge, just trying to get people to understand that this happens quite a bit down here, not just with pelicans, with great blue herons, people leaving the line out accidentally or on purpose, people tangling them up on purpose because they want to fish and they'll tangle them up so they can fish, and the birds now fighting the line over here so it's not bothering their fishing. And that's happened before too. And all these things that have happened have been told to me. One kid was on the pier, state pier, and I guess the bird kept going after his line, so when he reeled it in for like the second time, he beat it to death. Okay? So the family was given a citation because he was a younger person. I guess he was not over 10 but under 17. So things like this are what I'm hearing a lot about, and this is why I'm thinking we really need a campaign here about entanglement, what to do, where to put your line. And this is really important. We're here year-round. We live here all year long. There's people that come down for vacations and go to the pier and hang out and do a little fishing, maybe get mad at the bird that's come after their hook 2 or 3 or 4 times. But we're here year-round. These are our birds. We're their caretakers. We are responsible for the wildlife in this county. When you see something like that happening, don't just tell somebody about it later as some appalling thing that you've heard. Do something. Take a video. We live in an age where everybody's got a video camera. You don't have one? Grab them from your grandkids or your mother or your uncle, whoever. Grab a camera, take a picture of them. Yell at them, tell them to stop it. Call the authorities. Call us. We'll call the authorities. And if you get your hands on the bird afterwards, make sure you bring it in. Don't just take the hook out of them, because a lot of times there's so many other things wrong with them. Now, I see all these faces looking like you're all smiling at first, now y'all are like, ew. This is not a fun conversation at all. But this is something that we really have to pay attention to, because in this county, in this area, this county, Baldwin County and Mobile, are y'all aware of this movie here? It's called America's Amazon. Y'all saw it last year? Well, this is where we live. This is our home. This is what we've got to take care of. Bob Sargent, who died last year, he was the bird bander out in Fort Morgan. He's on here, and he's told me in the last few years that the birds that come through and that he bans today or last year were not as plentiful. The special species, the beautiful warblers, the different colored birds. He's not seeing so many of them anymore. He's seeing a lot of starlings. He's seeing a lot of gray catbirds. He's seeing a lot of more of the invasive species. So we've got to kind of take action on this. And when you think about it, pelicans just got off the endangered species list like within the last 10 years, right? So, I mean, to have somebody go out there and entangle them on purposely or shoot them, we have a gunshot victim where we are at right now too. And I'm pretty sure it's because it went after their bait a few times, and the person probably got sick of it and just shot him. So we've got the bird at the center, and normally he'd be euthanasia because we don't keep one-winged birds. But he's very dark, and they're not sure altogether if he's got some kind of like melanistic tendencies in his genetics, which would be the first melanistic pelican ever in the history of birds. So it would be really cool. So he's with us, and he's got one wing because someone shot him, and we didn't even know he was shot until we got a radiograph and saw all those little pellets inside of him. So someone took a shot at him. You guys had a goose here last year, got shot by an arrow, right? It came to our place. We've had them twice. we had it by itself first, and then we had it with its boyfriend. And so we had to make a bigger place for her. But we're there for all kinds of birds. We're particularly for the birds that migrate through here and the species that can get hurt on the shores here. But what we're trying to do now is have a campaign that outreaches to everybody to get involved in the best way they can, which is where you play. This is your backyard. You're going to be the ones that see these horrible things happening. If y'all ever seen, anyone that's been fishing, have y'all seen this kind of thing happening where someone looks like they on purpose did something to an animal? Has anyone ever seen that? No? Well, we've heard a lot about it.
Gray blue heron with line on it right now. Orange Beach.
Okay, well, that's great blue heron with line on it. We've got one great blue heron that's been in Fort Morgan for about 3 weeks now, maybe 4 weeks. He's got a hook in his